Plaintiff Megan Brown started dating the defendant when she was 16 and got pregnant soon after. Megan claims the defendant became controlling and wasn't there for the birth of their son, and she was awarded full custody due to the defendant's drug and alcohol abuse. She's suing her ex today for child support. Defendant Adrian Tincup admits he was into drugs and alcohol, but insists he cleaned up his act before the baby was born. Adrian claims Megan kept their son from him for the first 4 months of his life, and then she falsely accused him of abusing the baby. He's countersuing her today for rent, cell phone bills, and an illegal eviction.
Prove your case.
Well, to start off, Your Honor, when you think of 16, you think of, getting your driver's license, hanging out with friends, going to high school. Well, when I was 16, I met Adrian. He goes by Russell. He was 20 at the time. Everything was great. We fell in love. My parents loved him, but then I got pregnant, and my whole sweet 16 turned completely sour. He became controlling. I wasn't allowed to go out and see my friends. He was out partying all the time, drinking beer, smoking weed. He accused me of cheating on him, and in reality, he was sleeping with one of my family members.
Sleeping with one of your family members?
Yes.
He was?
Yes.
No, Your Honor. Everything was great when we did get together, but she had begged me for a kid.
When did that begging occur?
About 4 months after we first got together, everything was great. She begged me for a kid, and then about a week later, she had met me at the park, told me she was pregnant and that she was leaving me.
Okay. What else did you want to tell me?
We broke up. He started dating a 15-year-old. She started threatening me, saying she was going to come beat me up. She didn't care if I was pregnant. So I called the cops. Cops got involved. He was told to leave me alone. In June of 2008, our son was born. My mom called him when I was in labor, and his response was, "I want a maternity test before you leave the hospital. I'm partying." Hung up on her. He showed up 3 days later after Caleb was born. Was there for maybe 5 minutes, left. He saw him a couple more times. In August of 2008, we went to court.
Did he take a paternity test?
No. He signed the birth certificate, though.
Okay. Go ahead.
In August of 2008, we went to court. I received sole legal and physical custody of the baby. Due to his erratic behavior, he did not have a stable environment. His drug usage, his alcohol usage.
That was stated in the order?
Yes.
Okay. Sir, was that stated in the court order?
The day he was born, I was clean. Before that, I made the decision I'm having a kid, so I'm going to sober up. I did occasionally drink, but it was a lapse in judgment, Drinking too often just wasn't a good decision.
Okay. You were drinking too much.
Yeah.
That was your lapse in judgment.
Yeah,
right.
Here and there.
Nonetheless, August of 2008, you received full custody.
Yes. There was a police report that I did file.
For what?
For threats and harassment.
What type of harassment? Give me some examples.
Driving by my house in the middle of the night, rubbing his engine. I received multiple text messages.
Saying what?
Saying that his girls were getting mad at me, they're going to come beat me up, and if I don't let him take the baby, he's going to show up and take him without my permission.
Okay. Let me allow him to give his side.
All right, Your Honor, first off, there's so much stuff that's untrue, I don't even know where to start. She had gotten the temporary restraining order on me, and then I wasn't able to come into my son's life until he was about 4 months old, and then she had gave me supervised visitation for 2 days a week, Wednesday and Sunday, for 2 hours at a time. Everything was going great. I was there seeing him, and then around that period, she decided started to like me again, and we got back together. She canceled the child support.
When did you get back together?
The summer of 2009.
All right, and what has happened since that time?
In October, we decided that we were going to move in with each other. Everything was okay, but a couple months later, everything just went downhill.
Okay. Let me get to the child support issue. You moved back in together in October.
Yes.
Now, what had the child support order been prior to it being dropped?
$305 a month.
$305, and that began when?
That began, I would like to say probably like March of 2009, and then it was $100 before that I had.
And did he pay?
No. He paid twice. He paid one for $305 and one $100 one, and that's it.
So what you're suing for is all before October?
All before October, and then from January to now, yes.
Because you broke back up?
Yes.
So it resumed in January?
Yes.
Has he paid any since then?
No.
All right, sir, let me hear your side.
I just got working again. I'm planning on paying payments. But when we got back together, she had shut off the child support. Everything was great. We got engaged. One morning I was driving her and my son to breakfast, and I got pulled over for a routine traffic stop. The police officer came up to my window and said, "Could you step out of the car? Your license is suspended." So I went to jail, got out of jail from that, went to the DMV to get my license back, and they had told me it was suspended for child support. So she had opened up the child support while we were engaged living together behind my back, got my license suspended, got me arrested, come to find out. And then...
Hold on. Were you behind as of October of 09?
No, it was...
When you all moved back in together, did you owe child support from the previous months?
Yes, right before then I started working and started making payments.
Did you owe?
Yeah.
So she didn't get you in trouble. She didn't get your license suspended. The fact that you owed money before you all got back together would have had your license suspended.
I understand that, but they suspended it because we had shut the child support off, so it would have made...
You have to pay arrearage, sir. Had you finished the arrearage,
No.
that doesn't get shut off. Well, you still owed. You all had broken up again?
Not at that time. We were engaged when she had opened it back up.
Everything was fine.
I wasn't aware that it was open.
Ma'am?
We broke up in the middle of December.
Okay, did you know you had broken up? She never told you?
Your Honor, it was open back up while we were living together.
I'm going to rely on a child support order that you may or may not have to determine how much you owe.
Plaintiff Megan Brown has a child with the defendant, but she claims she was forced to file a restraining order against him after he threatened to punch her in the face and break her neck.
Anything else you want to tell me?
Yes, I had found a piece of paper. I'm not sure where it came from, saying that he had an head injury. And I was not informed of it, that he had gone to the emergency room. And I was kind of wondering what that was about, because she had accused me in the false TPO that I had laid a hand on him. The police had came to my house with a temporary restraining order and told me I had 15 minutes to leave. And it was
that's
around...
when you all were living together?
Yeah, right before December.
I'm seeing your counterclaim for rent, security deposit, cell phone bill, and an illegal eviction. Is that what you're saying here today?
Yes, the police came into my bedroom. She had left for 4 days. Everything was great, and then out of nowhere she left. I haven't heard from her in 4 days, and then all of a sudden the police had a key to my house, came into my bedroom.
You didn't know where or why she had left?
No.
You all were living together.
Yeah, I understand that. She had went to her mom's, but I didn't want to call her.
You didn't know why?
No.
Had you all argued?
Over an argument, yes.
Oh, well, don't play
But
crazy. Don't play crazy. You know why she left. She left for 4 days, and I have no idea. Everything was fine. We kissed each other, smooched, and then I didn't see her for 4 days. You know exactly why she left. And that's what she did in response, so that she can come back home, is go and get a restraining order saying that I feel threatened by the father of my child who lives with me. Therefore, I need a restraining order to get him out, because he won't leave. I had to leave. That's probably what she did. You tell me how the restraining order was obtained and under what circumstances.
It was December 16th. I had come home from school. We got in an argument. He took my phone and my keys, told me I couldn't leave. And I went and grabbed the baby, trying to leave. He blocked my way out and told me he was going to punch my face in and break my neck.
No, Your Honor. I had paid the rent up for 3 months, stocked the house with groceries and everything, so I felt like I was being used in a way when she went and got this temporary restraining order.
Did you have a hearing?
Yes.
And what did the judge determine?
The judge was going to shut it off, but I told him he could keep it if it makes her feel safer, because I have no need to contact her and don't want to contact her.
Gotcha. Right. So you didn't want it dismissed?
No.
You want it kept on you?
Yeah, because it goes both ways. You know, she can't contact me either.
You want your rent back. Why? Because when they ordered you to stay away, you believed that she should give you the rent back because she illegally evicted you?
I had paid for...
I understand what you had paid for, but the judge determined that you were rightfully restrained from going there because of what the judge was convinced you did. And she has not breached the lease or the rental agreement. You did. That's your breach. Had you not done anything to have the judge order you out, then the agreement would not have been breached. Therefore, she did not illegally evict you, and you are not entitled to any rent. Now, what about the security deposit and cell phone bills you're suing her for?
I had paid the security deposit over months in payments.
How much?
$480.
Okay. First of all, ma'am, have you moved?
Yes, I have.
All right. Did you get the security deposit back?
No, I did not.
Why not?
He tried to put a doggy door in our bedroom, and I couldn't get the security
They
deposit.
kept it? Is that
It
what
wasn't
you're
even
telling
all
me?
paid anyways. When I called to move out,
How much was the security deposit?
It was $650.
How much did he put toward it?
$100. I paid $210
Not
of it.
$480?
No. I
You
have
have
a
evidence
receipt.
that you put $480 onto the security deposit
Yeah, I have receipts for that.
for the $480? That's $480?
Yeah.
All right. And do you have the exit interview where the landlord said you can't get anything back?
No, they didn't give me one.
And these are corner store receipts. So
That's what the lease the rental office gives me when I pay the rent. Both of them say
says
and
2
deposit.
months rent and deposit. And you don't have an exit interview where the landlord said, I'm keeping your deposit?
No, they
All
just told me.
right. He's entitled to a security deposit back. Cell phone bill, how does she owe you for that?
Well, I went to go get a new cell phone around December, and she pretty much made me get her one too on the plan.
What was the agreement on payment?
She was gonna pay half.
Were you all living together?
Yes,
All
yes,
right.
and
Ma'am, did you agree to pay half on the
No, I
cell phone
didn't.
bill?
He said he was going to pay it. I was paying for everything else, so he said he was going to pay
Everything
for it.
else like what?
Like utilities, daycare costs, groceries.
Sir, did you pay any of the daycare costs?
Your Honor, I paid daycare, power, I paid everything.
And she paid no bills?
I paid the rent, I paid the power bills because she could not come
What
up
did
on the
she
money.
pay, sir?
I entitled her to just take care of the power bill and the phone
She
bill.
paid
but
that?
She couldn't even do that.
All right, so she didn't do that, yet you say you had an agreement that she would pay half on the phone bill.
Yes.
Even after she hadn't paid anything that she owed already. So that's why I don't believe you. All right, that's unreasonable to think that someone's going to pay you on a new bill when they haven't paid you on the old bill. All right, I'm going to move forward. You have your child support arrearage statement. That's what I have to go by, not what you tell me.
Plaintiff Megan Brown has a child with the defendant, but she claims she was forced to file a restraining order against him after he threatened to punch her in the face and break her neck.
And here it says his grand total is $3,406. $3,406.22 is your judgment. Yours is $480 for your deposit, which I believe you were entitled to and did not receive. Have a good day, folks. That's my judgment.
I believe he was abusive to my child. My child's scared of him the time that he has seen since everything happened.
There was abuse in my family, and I'm totally against it from what I've seen growing up.